Hi, this video shows the parallel load features of EsgynDB. Imagine that we work for Acme Utilities, a company that sells smart utility equipment targeting smart cities. We're preparing to consolidate more of our data onto EsgynDB. We realize that we have a lot of data that needs to be loaded into EsgynDB as efficiently as possible. In some cases, we're looking at loading millions of rows into the tables. In other cases, we're looking at loading billions of rows. First, let's tackle the millions of rows case. The best approach for this case is to use EsgynDB's ODB utility, which uses parallel threads and connections to execute loads by sending data directly into EsgynDB over ODBC. There is no need for an interim staging space. Parallel connections work like this. As you'd expect, applications and tools connect to EsgynDB using standard JDBC or ODBC interfaces. Each connection is assigned a master executor on one of the nodes in the cluster. Applications like ODB can make use of this capability to parallelize the work by using multiple threads that each request its own connection. Your JDBC or ODBC-based applications can use parallel connections too. This is a very effective way to load millions of rows of data. But what do you do if you need to load billions of rows into EsgynDB? For such cases, you would use the EsgynDB bulk loader. It allows you to load 2 billion rows per node in parallel in one statement. So for an 8-node cluster, you can load 16 billion rows with just one statement. Bulk load requires you to export your load data into staging files in the Hadoop distributed file system, otherwise known as HDFS. Then you invoke the load command, which prepares and merges the data into the EsgynDB tables. Let's take a look at a live example. I've staged over 1.1 billion rows of load data in HDFS. I use Hive to provide the mapping from text to table definition. I have a corresponding table definition in EsgynDB. EsgynDB can access Hive and HBase tables directly, so the only thing I need to do now is to use the load command to read the data into EsgynDB tables from HDFS. I've written a monitor script so you can see how the load progresses. That's all it takes. The bulk loader does the rest, including handling indexes, encoding the data, partitioning and sorting, and so on. You can see the progress of the load here. Let's summarize what I've showed you. Any JDBC or ODBC tool can be used with EsgynDB. Loading data is more efficient for tools that use the parallel access and load technologies in EsgynDB. You choose the load approach depending on the data size and the constraint requirements. Use ODB when loading millions of rows, and use bulk load when loading very large data sets. That's how you can load terabytes and petabytes into EsgynDB so that you can start building new business solutions at big data scale. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. Please visit esgyn.com for more information about EsgynDB. Thank you.